All right, shalom, brothers and sisters, and once again, this is another one brought to you by Shabar Israel on the behalf of Solid Foundation Israelite Academy. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you will. You can take notes if you would like. And the topic of discussion is concerning the Watchman. The topic of discussion, once again, is entitled The Watchman. So we're going to be talking about being a watchman and warning the people, warning the people as a watchman. So this takes us to Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter in the King James. So if you will, get your Bible out and let's head over to Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter. All right. It speaks about being a watchman. Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter. And that's in the Old Testament. So I will begin there and I will work my way to the end quick as possible. Ezekiel chapter 3 once again. And I'm going to begin with, let's begin with Ezekiel 3 and 18. So let's go down and begin with Ezekiel 3 and 18. Okay, guys? Ezekiel 3 and 18. As you see highlighted. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and you give it him not warning, nor speak to warn the wicked from his wicked ways, to save his life. The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand. So it's very important as a watchman to warn the wicked. If you know what's going on, warn the wicked. It's important for us as the watchmen of the nation of Israel to warn the wicked. You see these blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans out here, and they are lost. That's your duty to warn them. All right, you conscious brothers and sisters in this truth. We know that the blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites. We should know that already. Once again, 12 tribes of Israel. These are the 12 tribes of Israel today. The Jamaicans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Dominican Republic, Brazil to Venezuelans, some Seminole Indians, Haitians, Native American Indians, Chileans, Argentinians, Panamanians, Colombians, so-called Negroes, African Americans, and Mexicans. You are the 12 tribes of Israel today, and it shows you the tribes linked to the people of Israel today. So you can see this right here. It shows you the 12 tribes, which are collectively the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Now, many of these people don't know they are Israelites. Many people today, they don't know they're the Israelites. So as a watchman, the ones who know they Israel, it's our duty to get out and to warn these people. All right. So Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 6, it says, my people have been lost sheep. See that? The lost sheep of today is the blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, Native Americans, man. A lot of us don't know that they Israel. They don't know they the Israelites. The Most High said his people because you are the special people above all people. And the Most High said that you have been lost sheep. They're shepherds, which supposed to be the leaders of the nation of Israel. They supposed to be the Pharisees, the appointed leaders, the scribes, the elders, which would be likened today as the pastors. They have caused them to go away because the blind, how can the blind lead the blind? They have turned them away. They don't tell them they're the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? As righteous watchmen, we are to tell our people exactly who they are. And they don't do that in the churches today. They don't tell the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that they are the lost 12 tribes. So they cause them to go astray. And they turn them away on the mountains. They have gone from hill to hill. And they have forgotten their resting place. So you can see right here, today our shepherds are not doing a great job. Because I mean, for you to go to church, you go in and you come out and you don't know who you are as the people. That's a red flag to show the shepherds causing the people to go astray, and they have not done accordingly Does say the Most High, man. So yeah, it's a lot of us that are lost sheep today, and our duty as watchmen is to warn the wicked, man, saying to the wicked that they will die, for not keeping these commandments. As the nation of Israel, they will die. So we are to give them warning. We are to give them warning. Now, here's a clip from the movie Jaws, that came out in 1978. Here's a clip, and hopefully these clips won't be taken down for copyright claims, because I don't own the copyrights to this masterpiece, Jaws 2, back in 1978. That's when it debuted. But I'm gonna play this clip, and it's gonna link up directly to what I'm talking about as the elect of the nation of Israel being watchmen. So watch this, guys. Let me play it. See, Brody, Chief Brody, he's the watchman. We supposed to be looking. We supposed to be looking as watchmen. We supposed to be looking out, warning the lost sheep. Those will be the lost sheep.
Out of the water! Out of the water now! Everybody out! Get out! Get out of there! Get out!
So what is Brody doing? What is Brody doing according to Ezekiel 3:18? When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and you giveth him not warning, nor speak it to warn the wicked from his wicked ways to save his life, the same wicked man, he shall die in his sins, his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand. So you know what? For us to be watchmen, if we don't warn the wicked to turn from breaking these commandments, the Most High is going to require the wicked blood at our hand. So what Chief Brody is doing, so these people blood won't be on his hand, he tells them to get out of the water, man. And he sounds the alarm. Notice, Chief Brody, notice he was ringing the bell.
Out of the water now! Everybody out!
He's ringing the bell. Let me take it back once again.
Out of the water! Out of the water now!
So he's ringing the bell. He's ringing that bell, man, because he's trying to warn the wicked. Ezekiel 3:19. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his sins, his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. So we as watchmen, we warn the wicked. You know what I'm saying? And when we warn the wicked, and if he don't turn from his wickedness, that's on him. But your job as a watchman is to ring the bell, man. You know what I'm saying? Your job as a watchman is to ring the bell, man. Let me give you a precept of that. Ring the bell, man. Watch this. Isaiah 58:1. Isaiah 58:1. Give you a precept of that. Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud. You see that? Cry aloud. That's why Brody was ringing that bell. You know what I'm saying? Cry aloud. Spare not. You know what I'm saying? Spare not. What did that mean? Spare not. Don't single out certain ones. You know what I'm saying? Don't cry aloud to certain ones. Tell the whole mass of people. And also spare not their feelings. You know what I'm saying? We don't care how good the water feels. Oh man, this water feels so good on a hot summer day. We don't give a damn how cool and how great the water feels. And we don't give a damn who is in the water in terms of the nation of Israel. If y'all all in the water, we're gonna warn all of you. You know what I'm saying? We don't care about your feelings. You see what I'm saying? So spare not. It says, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. That's why Brody was telling them. He said, out of the water, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. That's what you're supposed to be doing as a watchman, man. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be in your watchtower. That's the watchtower right there, which is known as a shark tower. You supposed to be in that watchtower, and you supposed to be looking out, because your job, your duty as a watchman is to watch and warn the wicked, man, to warn the lost ones. See, a lot of people right here in this water, they have no idea that it's a shark out there, man. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Brody knew. Brody was on to it. Brody knew, because when you watch Jaws 1, this is Jaws 2. When you watch Jaws 1, Brody killed the great white shark in part 1. Part 1, there was a great white shark going throughout the water, killing many individuals. In part 1, Brody killed the first one. So Brody had an idea that it was a shark in his water, man. But many people that was out there in that water, they had no idea what the hell was going on. So those would be likened into lost sheep. But Brody, he is known as the watchman that are to do what? Isaiah 58:1, he cried out. You know what I'm saying? Out of the water, man, you cry loud. You know, when you concerned about the people, you're not going to speak in a soft manner. You know what I'm saying? When you trying to give warning to your people, you're not going to speak in terms of having a low tone. You know what I'm saying? You're going to do this right here.
Out of the water! Out of the water now! Everybody out!
You're going to scream, man. So when we be out in the streets, you know what I'm saying, and we screaming out in the streets and we're yelling out in the streets, many individuals will come up and say, well, why are you screaming? Why are you yelling? You know what I'm saying? Because we're trying to warn you, man. As our job for watchmen, we trying to warn you, okay? That's what our obligation is, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's continue on with the lesson. He says, cry loud. He said, now this is Second Ezra chapter 1, verse 5. So let's go to Second Ezra in the Apocrypha, chapter 1, verse 5. So you can see here, this is in the Apocrypha, 14 books that was taken from the Bible during the 1800s by the Catholic Protestants. So this is Second Ezra, as you can see here, Second Ezra, right? Second Ezra, chapter 1. Let's begin with verse 5. So as I blow it up, hopefully you can see. Second Ezra chapter 1, verse 5, as you can see here. It says, go your way and show my people their sinful deeds. And then it continues on to say, children of their wickedness. So go show my people their sinful deeds. You know what I'm saying? It says, and the children of their wickedness, which they have done against me, that they may tell their children's children. You see what I'm saying? Because of the sins of their fathers are increased in them, for they have forgotten me and have offended to their strange gods, to strange gods. I mean, not offended, but they have offered into strange gods. So this is Second Ezra, all right, chapter 1, verses 5 to 8. But I'm just reading this section right here. So what we're going to do is just focus on Second Ezra chapter 5, verse Second Ezra. No, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Second Ezra chapter 1. I'm sorry. Second Ezra chapter 1. As you can see it right there. Second Ezra chapter 1, verse 5. Second Ezra chapter 1, verse 5. It says, go thy way and show my people their sinful deeds and their wickedness which they have done against me, that they might tell their children. So what I'm saying is, we got to go and show our people what they're doing is wrong, man. And that's Second Ezra chapter 1, verse 5 in the Apocrypha. You see what I'm saying? That's what we got to do. That's what exactly we got to do. Acts 4:31. Acts 4:31, man. It says, and when they had prayed, this is talking about the men of the Lord, right? When they had prayed, the place was shaken where they were assembled together, and they were all filled with the Holy Ghost, and they spake the word of God with boldness. You see what I'm saying? So as watchmen, we supposed to speak the word of God with boldness, according to Acts 4:31. We don't supposed to be out here, you know, that's why I say it's cry loud back in Isaiah 58:1. We don't supposed to be out here speaking in low tone, speaking in a sissified voice. Understand? According to Acts 4:31, we supposed to speak the words of the Lord with boldness, man. That's what we supposed to do. Speak with boldness. You know what I'm saying? Now let's go back to the scene. Okay. Jaws 2.
Out of the water! Out of the water now! Everybody out! Get out! Get out of there! Get out! Out of the water!
What the hell is that idiot doing?
Everybody out! Get out of there! Get out! Everyone out! Out of the water! Get out of there! Get out! Get out! Get out!
So you see right there, that's Isaiah 58:1. He's crying aloud. You know what I'm saying? So when we out in the streets and we doing the work of the Lord, we trying to tell you lost sheep. You lost sheep. You the people in the water. You blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans that's lost to this truth. You the people in the water. You don't know what's going on. So we are warning you before you are destroyed. We are warning you before you are destroyed, man. And we crying aloud. So that's exactly what he's doing. He's crying aloud. So when we out and about, people don't understand why we scream out like this. People don't understand why we are yelling when we're reading these scriptures from the Bible. Because we concerned about our people as watchmen. All right? Now, let's go back to Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 20. Ezekiel 3:20. Now it says, yet if thou warn the wicked, Ezekiel 3:20, I think Ezekiel 3:19. Yet if thou warn the wicked and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked ways, you see what I'm saying? He shall die in his iniquity. He shall die in his sin. But thou hast delivered your soul. Yeah, because you warned him. You understand? It ain't like you let him stay in the water. You warned him. You see what I'm saying? He just didn't get out the water. See what I'm saying? Ezekiel 3:20. Again, when a righteous man does turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity and lay a stumbling block before him, he shall die because thou hast not given him warning. You see what I'm saying? So when a righteous man, you know, he turned from his righteousness, he backslide and then he go back out into the world, you know, he start sinning and grinning, you know, and he says, you know, and I lay a stumbling block before him, he shall die because thou hast not given him warning. But it says he shall die in his sin, and the righteousness which he have done shall not be remembered, but his blood will I require at thy hand. So even a righteous man, you know what I'm saying, if he turn from righteousness, he go back out into the world and backslide. You supposed to warn him, man, because if you don't warn him, you supposed to tell that brother, man, you got to get back on track. You got to repent and keep these commandments. Because if he backslide and he go out into the world, you know what I'm saying, and you don't try to compel him to come back to righteousness, and it says he shall die in his sins, and his righteousness, you know what I'm saying, he shall die in his sins. It right here says because thou hast not given him warning. So even if even ones out here who backslide, you know, if they backslide, they go back out in the world, we supposed to warn them to come back in, man, repent, keep the commandments. He shall die in his sin, and his righteousness which he have done shall not be remembered, but his blood will I require at thy hand. You know why? Because even though he was keeping the commandments and he backslided and went out back out into the world, your job as a watchman was supposed to told him, like, man, you know what I'm saying, you got to repent, you got to come back. I know you backslid, but you got to come back. So you don't care, you just let him backslide and let him stay out there. Then his blood gonna be required at thy hand, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, nevertheless, if thou warn the righteous man, you know what I'm saying, if you warn the righteous man that righteousness sin not, and he does not sin, that he shall surely live. You know what I'm saying? So you warn the righteous man and he don't sin, that's a good thing. He shall live because he is warned. Also thou hast delivered thy soul. You know what I'm saying? So that's the important job of a watchman. You know what I'm saying? That's the important job of a watchman. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to go to the next clip on Jaws, because we seen right there, Brody was warning these people to get out the water, right? So let's go to the next clip on Jaws.
The new Zach.
Okay, let's skip past that ad. Sorry for that. So, yeah, let's skip past that ad. So here's a scene when Brody was trying to tell everybody that it was a shark in the water. And you had certain unbelievers. They didn't believe in it. You know what I'm saying? He said it's a shark in that water. Get out that damn water. There's a shark in there. He was doing his job as a watchman. Some of them people didn't believe Brody. You know what I'm saying? Because remember that last scene I showed you? He was telling those people to get out the water. And when he approached the shore, it was a school of bluefish. It just was a big body of bluefish. And so the people thought the man was insane. You see what I'm saying? But Brody already had experience from killing the first shark in Jaws 1. Because in Jaws Part 1, he killed the first shark. You know what I'm saying? And so this is Jaws 2. So Brody was like, man, I can feel in my spirit, man, there's something out here in this water. Because you had individuals that went out there into the water and out through like multiple scenes of this movie, you notice individuals start to disappear. See what I'm saying? So even though when I just showed you how Brody was one of those people when he was ringing that bell and he was telling them to get out the water, even though I just showed you that in that scene, there wasn't a shark in that scene, but I just showed you it just was a school of bluefish. So these people thinking Brody is out of his mind, right? So I'm gonna show you this clip right here.
Well, speak of the devil.
Martin, this is kind of an official meeting.
Good. I'm glad you're all here. I've got something to show you. Look at this. Fogarty just developed. Came out of that camera from missing divers.
So he's trying to convince the people that there's a shark in the water, right? Remember when he said out of the water? Remember that? The people had got out the water, right? And then they realized it wasn't a shark, it was a school of bluefish. So they think Brody is insane. They think he's out of his mind, right? Watch this.
Seaweed?
I don't know. What is it?
It's underwater, isn't it? That's why it's so dark.
Nothing I can see.
What are you talking about?
Look at this. That's a shark. Look at the outline. Look at the mouth, the eyes.
Is that what it is? Sorry, I just don't see it.
He said he don't see it.
Neither do I. It's nothing.
She said, neither do I. It's nothing.
Martin, it could be anything.
Wait a minute. Are you people telling me I don't know what a shark looks like?
Brody, this is nothing. Seaweed, mud, something in the lens.
Lens my ass.
You're damn right it's your ass.
Now, be reasonable, please.
Reasonable what? With him?
God damn it, will you listen to the man? Will you just listen to him? Be reasonable. Look, Brody, you started a panic on a public beach. You shot up the damn place. God knows who you could have injured. Now, what if somebody decides to sue us? Did you ever stop to think about that? It could ruin us.
You don't have to worry about being sued or being ruined. If this turns out to be what I think it is, because there won't be anybody here.
Yeah, now, Martin, let's not,
Let's not what, Larry? What?
Oh, Jesus, Larry, huh? Come on, let's just forget it. He won't listen. It's obvious the man has made up his mind.
You bet your life I've made up my mind. But I'm telling you and I'm telling everybody at this table that that's a shark. And I know what a shark looks like because I've seen one up close. And you better do something about this one because I don't intend to go through that hell again.
See? So he warning them as a watchman. That's the job. That's the duty of a watchman. To warn the people, man. But a lot of people not gonna hear. So the reason why I went over that, because I want to take you guys to this story about what's his name, that one of these Babylonian officials had set up after the Jews was exiled in Babylon. One of these Babylonian officials set this guy up over the Jews. Let me go to this story right. I think Gedaliah was set up by one of the Babylonian officials after the Jews was taken into exile. And Gedaliah was warned that he was that Ishmael was gonna come in and kill him, but he didn't listen. So I want to go over this because like Brody was telling these people here, they don't want to listen, man. They don't want to listen. So let me give you guys this. This is Jeremiah. Let me see. Jeremiah, the 40th chapter, I believe. Is it Jeremiah the 40th chapter? Yeah, Jeremiah the 40th chapter. Jeremiah the 40th chapter. Chapter 40. And we'll start with Jeremiah 40 and 5. Jeremiah chapter 40 verse 5. Watch this. Jeremiah 40 and 5. Now while he was not yet gone back, he said, go back also to Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, whom the king of Babylon had made governor over the cities of Judah. So right here, you can see that Gedaliah was an Israelite, a Jew, and the king of Babylon had made the Babylonians had made him governor over the cities of Judah. This was after the Judah was captured by the Babylonians, and dwell with him among the people, or go whatsoever it seemeth convenient unto thee to go. So the captain of the guard gave him victuals and rewarded to let him go. And that was talking about basically Jeremiah, because Jeremiah was freed. You know what I'm saying? Because he was righteous and he showed favor. You know what I'm saying? God showed favor to Jeremiah by letting the Babylonians let Jeremiah go. And then the Babylonians had set Gedaliah up to be the governor over his people in the city of Judah. But what happened to Gedaliah? I'm gonna show you this right here. Watch this, guys. Just pay close attention. Let me show you what happened to Gedaliah. Now Gedaliah was murdered, but before he was murdered, guess what? Gedaliah was warned. Just like Brody was telling these people. He said, man, there's a shark out there in that damn water. But they didn't want to believe him. He said, I don't see anything. That's exactly what he said. And remember, the woman said the same thing too. Let me take it back.
Jesus, Larry, huh? Come on, let's just forget it. He won't listen. It's obvious the man has made up his mind.
Now watch this. He said he didn't see anything, right?
Please.
Reasonable what, with him?
God damn.
Martin, it could be anything. Wait a minute. Are you people telling me I don't know what a shark looks like?
I just don't see it.
Neither do I. It's not
He said, I just don't see it.
nothing.
Sorry, I just don't see it.
Neither do I. It's nothing.
So he's trying to tell these people, man, these lost sheep, he's trying to tell them there's a goddamn shark in the water. But they don't see it, right? He say, look at their eyes. Look, he trying to show them that picture.
Look at the outline. Look at the mouth, the eyes.
Is that what it is?
He say, I'm trying to show you there's a shark in the water. But they didn't want to listen. So watch this. So the king of Babylon set Gedaliah up over the Jews after the Jews was taken captives. Now somebody came to Gedaliah to warn Gedaliah that he was going to be killed. But did Gedaliah listen? Let's see. So this is Jeremiah 40 and 13. Watch this. Jeremiah 40 and 13. Moreover, Johanan, the son of Korah, and all the captains of the forces that were in the fields came to Gedaliah to Mizpah. So you see, Johanan, he came to Gedaliah. Jeremiah 40 and 14. And he said unto him, dost thou certainly know that Baalis, the king of Ammonites, have sent Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, to slay thee? But Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, believed them not. So when Johanan came to Gedaliah, you know, to tell Gedaliah that that Baalis, the king of the Ammonites, had sent Ishmael to kill him, what happened? It says Gedaliah, he didn't believe Johanan. Johanan told Gedaliah that he was being set up to be killed, and that Ishmael was coming in to kill him. Ishmael, which was the son of Nethaniah. But Gedaliah, he didn't believe him, right? Now, let's skip down. Let's skip down to Jeremiah 40 and 16. Watch this. Jeremiah 40 and 16. But Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, said unto Johanan, this is what Gedaliah said. Johanan already had warned Gedaliah that he was going to be killed. Somebody was coming in to kill him. So basically, before I read verse 16, let me go over Jeremiah 40 and 15. Then Johanan, the son of Korah, spake to Gedaliah in Mizpah secretly. He said, let me go, I pray you. He said, and I will slay Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, and no man shall know it. Wherefore should he slay thee, that all the Jews which are gathered unto you should be scattered, in the remnant of Judah perish? So, you know what I'm saying? Johanan said, well, let me go in there and take out Ishmael, and we won't have this problem. Johanan said, because you being set up, he said, Gedaliah, Ishmael have been sent to kill you, so let me take Ishmael out before all this stuff happened. Guess what? Jeremiah 40:16. But Gedaliah, the son of Menachem, said unto Johanan, the son of Kareah, thou shalt not do this thing, for thou speakest falsely of Ishmael. So even though Johanan tried to warn Gedaliah that his ass was going to be killed by Ishmael, which was the son, Ishmael, which was the son of Nethiah, Gedaliah said, don't do it, for you speak it falsely of Ishmael. Ishmael would never do such of a thing. And just like Brody was trying to tell these people, it was a shark in the water. Oh man, I don't see it. He say, I don't see it. You don't know what you're talking about. So guess what? They didn't take heed to the watchman. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Johanan would be the watchman. Johanan was the watchman to tell Gedaliah that he was going to be killed. Johanan tried to tell Gedaliah that he was going to be killed by Ishmael, the son of Nethiah. But did Gedaliah listen? No, he did not. He said, don't. He said, look, Gedaliah said, you know, Johanan, don't even kill Ishmael. Don't do such of a thing, for you speak it falsely of Ishmael. Shoot, you know, Johanan said, I was going to kill his ass for you. Gedaliah said, don't do it. This ain't true. Ishmael would never do such of a thing. But what happened? What happened? What happened, man? Let's go to the next chapter. We'll see what happened. Jeremiah 41. Jeremiah 41. Now it came to pass in the 7th month that Ishmael, the son of Nethiah, the son of Elishma, the seed of royal, and the princes of the king, even 10 men with him. So Ishmael, you know, basically that day after, you know, it came to pass in the 7th month, the 7th month, that Ishmael, he took 10 men with him, came into Gedaliah, the son of Menachem, to Mizpah, and there they did eat bread together in Mizpah. So Ishmael was a wicked Israelite, and he took 10 men with him, and then they came to Gedaliah, you know, which was at Mizpah, and they sat down to eat bread together. Now remember, Johanan already had told Gedaliah that Ishmael was sent to kill him, right? Did Gedaliah take heed? Hell no. Jeremiah 41:2. Then arose Ishmael, the son of Nethiah, and the 10 men that were with him, and he smote Gedaliah, the son of Anakon, the son of Shaphan, with the sword, and he slew him, whom the king of Babylon had made governor over the land. See that? Jeremiah 41:3. And Ishmael also slew all the Jews that were with him, even with Gedaliah at Mizpah, and the Chaldeans that was found there in the man of war. So see that? So Gedaliah ends up being killed by the sword by Ishmael because he wouldn't take heed to what Johanan had told him. Just like these people right here. They not taking heed to what Brody telling them.
Sorry, I just don't see it.
Neither do I. It's nothing.
Nothing. Seaweed, mud, something in the lens.
Lends my ass.
You're damn right it's your ass. You started a panic on a public beach. You shot up the damn place. God knows who you could have injured. Now what if somebody decides to sue us?
You don't have to worry about being sued or being ruined. If this turns out to be what I think it is, because there won't be anybody here.
Yeah, now, Martin, let's not...
Let's not what, Larry? What?
Oh, Jesus, Larry, huh? Come on, let's just forget it. He won't listen. It's obvious the man has made up his mind.
You bet your life I've made up my mind. But I'm telling you, and I'm telling everybody at this table, that that's a shark. And I know what a shark looks like because I've seen one up close.
See? He telling them, I know what a shark looks like because I've seen him up close. You understand? We telling you, brothers and sisters, as watchmen in the Bible, we know this truth. And we know what the Bible says concerning these prophecies. And we know that 2/3 of Israel is going to be killed for not keeping the commandments. But do they listen to us? No, they don't listen to us. Just like Brody trying to tell these people. But they not listening to him. So what happens? What happens when you fail not to heed to instruction, man? Because let me show you this right here. Proverbs 16:18. Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. So pride go before destruction. Basically, warning comes before destruction. and a haughty spirit before a fall. So we trying to show you right there, man, that warning comes before destruction, man. Warning comes before destruction. The man tried to warn them. It was a shark in the water. He even showed them a picture. They didn't see anything. So guess what? They fit Proverbs 16:18. Warning comes before destruction. We telling you as Watchmen that 2/3 of Israel is going to be killed. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You're going to be killed. You're going to be taken by this New World Order. If not dead, you're going to be killed, taken by martial law. There's mandatory vaccines coming in. All kind of destruction and chaos is soon to hit us as the nation of Israel. And we're warning you before destruction. But do you listen? Do you listen? No, you don't want to listen. So guess what? The only thing left is, guess what? To let the shark bring your ass under. To let the shark tear your ass up, man. We tried to warn them, right? They wouldn't listen. We tried to warn them, but they wouldn't listen, man. We tried to warn them, but they wouldn't listen, man. You see what I'm saying? Now watch this. Let's go to Matthew 2:12. Matthew 2:12. So all this chaos and calamity that's going on today, you know what I'm saying? And we trying to tell you, brothers and sisters, blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the Israelites. We trying to tell you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you are the Israelites, and that you ought to repent and keep God's laws, but you don't want to do that, man. So, I mean, we can lead the horse to the water, but we can't make the horse drink. You know what I'm saying? We can lead the sheep to the water, but we can't make the sheep drink. And we've been ringing this bell for some time now, man, as watchmen, telling you what's ahead and what's going to happen. Let's look at Matthew 2:12, right? Let's see what's going on here. Now this speaks about when Christ was born. Matthew 2:9. Let's start Matthew 2:9. When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them till it came and stood over where the young child was. The young child is Christ, right? Matthew 2:10. And when they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceedingly great joy, right? Matthew 2:11. And when they were coming to the house, they saw the young child with Mary and his mother, and fell down and worshiped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts, gold, which also frankincense and myrrh. So these were the gift that they gave to Christ, right, when he was a child. Now watch this. Now Joseph had received warning. Watch this. Matthew 2:12. And being warned, he was warned, being warned of God in a dream, that they should not return to Herod. Well, now this is not Joseph. Salah. This is not Joseph. This is right here. This is talking about the wise man. So being warned of God in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way. These was the wise man. They was, basically warned in a dream not to go back to Herod. But we're going to show you something. Matthew 2:13. And when they were departed, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream. So he warned Joseph too. Not only the wise man was warned, but Joseph was also warned in a dream, saying, arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt. See that? So Joseph was warned in a dream, get your child and get your family, get the hell up out of here and go to Egypt. Why? And be thou there until I bring thee word, for Herod would seek to kill the child. He would seek to kill the child to destroy him. So guess what? Just imagine if Joseph wouldn't took heed to that warning in a dream. Joseph was warned in a dream to get his child, you know what I'm saying? And to get the child and his wife, his family, and flee into Egypt and be there until he was given word. For Herod would seek the young child to destroy him. So warning comes before destruction, man. You see what I'm saying? So did Joseph take heed, Or did he just stay where he was? No. Matthew 2:14. When he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Egypt. That's why it's very essential, man, to be obedient to warning, man, because warning comes before destruction. If Joseph wouldn't took heed to that warning and that dream, Herod would have destroyed that child. He would have killed Christ. So when we be trying to tell you, brothers and sisters, man, is a shark in the water, you better bet your ass is a shark in the water, man. We trying to tell you blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Even though I use this. We know the white man is the devil, but I use this clip, man. You know what I'm saying? My focus ain't on the white man being the devil concerning this video, concerning this lesson here. My focus is to show you, basically, by using the so-called white man material, to show you, educate you that, you know, there's a powerful message in this movie. As Brody being a Watchman, telling these people to get out the water, man. You understand? So, guys, yes, warning comes before destruction. Another thing I want to show you. Let's go to Ezekiel. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 33. Ezekiel 33, man. Ezekiel 33. Okay, Ezekiel 33:1. Again, the word of the Lord came to me saying, right? Son of man, speak to the children of your people. Who are the children of Jeremiah's people? The Israelites. Today, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land. You know what I'm saying? The Most High said, look, man, a sword is coming upon the land. Just like in America, a sword is coming upon the land. What is that sword? That sword represents the heathen nations that the Most High uses to punish us for disobedience. The Most High say he was going to bring a sword upon the land. So you see these heathen nations from 2 to 18, those heathen nations will be the sword upon the land that the Most High brings in on Israel for disobedience. But in terms of this movie here, Jaws 2, Jaws, you know what I'm saying? Jaws, he would be the sword upon the land. See what I'm saying? So when you go back to Ezekiel 33 verse 2, he says, when I bring a sword upon the land, a sword upon the land, you know, is the heathen that will come in on the nation of Israel for disobedience. If the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman. Most I say he gonna bring a sword upon the land, and if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman. Ezekiel 33 verse 3. If when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and he warn the people. That's what we just showed you. When Brody would, you know what I'm saying? See, you see that right there? Now you see that? Ezekiel 33:3. If when he see the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet, he warn the people. You see what I'm saying? Brody is warning the people to get out the water, just like we warning you blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans to stop sinning and keep these commandments, cause destruction coming.
Get out of there! Get out! Out of the water!
What the hell's that idiot doing?
Everybody out!
So right now, man, Ezekiel 33:3. If when he see the sword come upon the land, he seen the sword, he saw the shark coming in the water, man. You understand? He saw the shark coming in the water, man. So he was blowing the trumpet to warn the people. Ezekiel 33:4. Then whosoever hear the sound of the trumpet and take it not warning. See what I'm saying? If the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. Because Marty told these, Brody told these people to get out the water, man. So that's up to you. When you know what I'm saying, you in the midst of destruction, your life ain't right. You understand? You ain't keeping no commandments. At the nation of Israel, you blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, you ain't keeping no commandments. You ain't trying to walk with God. You wicked as hell. You sinning. You breaking the commandments. You walking in iniquity. You doing everything contrary to righteousness. You out here committing adultery, you know what I'm saying? Smoking, drinking, clubbing. That's on you when the prophets come into your city to warn you. That's on you to take heed. You understand? Whosoever hear the sound of the trumpet, if you don't take warning And if the sword come and take you, you know what I'm saying, your blood gonna be upon your own head because we warned you. So you want to stay in the water and you want to get devoured by the shark. That's on you. Because we warned you, you understand? We told you.
Out of the water! Out of the water now! Everybody out! Get out!
We warned you. We warned you. You see what I'm saying? See, that's the Watchman. So we warned you. See that? You see that right there? See, they don't even see that. You see that? You see that dark thing right there? These people don't even see that. So as watchmen, we warned you. So if you don't take heed to the warning, your own blood is upon your head, man. Ezekiel 33:5. He heard the sound of the trumpet. These are the wise men and women. He heard the sound of the trumpet. You see what I'm saying? The wise will hear the sound of the trumpet. But what about the foolish? What about the foolish man and woman? He will hear the sound of the trumpet. It says, and took not warning. He took not warning. His blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. Ezekiel 33:6. But if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, and if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. So guess what? As a watchman, you know, you see the sword coming, you don't even blow the trumpet. You don't even try to warn the people. You know what I'm saying? You sitting up and watching, right? You see the shark coming, right? You see the people lives in danger. See what I'm saying? You see blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans as lost sheep out here. You see them breaking the commandments. But your job as a watchman is to pull them to the side and tell them, right? And you watching out here and you don't give a damn, you understand? You just let them continue in their wickedness. See what I'm saying? The Bible says if you see the sword coming and you don't blow the trumpet and you don't warn the people, man, their blood gonna be required at the watchman's hand. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, guys. That's the job and duty of a watchman. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's Matthew 18:11 in the New Testament. Matthew 18:11. This is what Christ said. Matthew 18:11. For the Son of Man is come to save which was lost. You know what I'm saying? All these lost sheep out here in the water. You know what I'm saying? Because destruction coming, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like Jaws. So we looking. We looking out. We see something in the water. You know what I'm saying? We see something in the water. We see something in the water. But guess what? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans out here in the water. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans of the 12 tribes. You don't see destruction. Because guess what? You lost. So Matthew 18:11, Christ came to save which was lost. You know what I'm saying? Matthew 15:24. Matthew 15:24. But he answered and said, I'm not sent but into the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So a lot of us lost out here, man. Don't know our nationality. We lost in the water. We lost out here in the seas, in the ocean. Don't know our nationality. Don't know our God. Don't know that we supposed to be keeping the commandments. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? You discontinue from your heritage. You don't know what the hell and who you are. Because if you knew who you were, you will know that you are royal seed. You'll know that you are a holy and peculiar people, but you don't know that. So you damn right. When we see destruction coming, we gonna sound the alarm. You damn right. We out here as watchmen and we looking. You see what I'm saying? That's the watchman duty. You see what I'm saying? It's to watch, man. That's his duty. This is Ezekiel 3. And let's take a look at 17. Is that Ezekiel 3:17? Ezekiel 3. Let's take a look at Ezekiel 3:17. Ezekiel 3:17. Look at that. Ezekiel 3:17. Let's go back a little bit. Keep going back. Keep going back. Okay, let's look at Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. See what I'm saying? Just like Brody, he was the watchman of he was the watchman of what they call that area he was staying in. He was the watchman of what is that? The location where Brody and his family stayed. He worked as a watchman. You know what I'm saying? A beach patrol. It was I can't think of that the name of that area. But he was a watchman, you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So guys, I showed you the duty, the job and duty of a watchman. Let's see if is there anything left. Let's look at Luke 12:48. Luke 12:48. Let's look at that. Luke 12:48. It says, but he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, as much is required. And that's for the watchers, man. Because if the Most High open your eyes up as a watchman, to whom much is given, as much is required, man. You know what I'm saying? To whom much is given of him, as much is required. And to whom man have committed much, of him they will ask the more. So basically, you know, you got certain people out here lost in the sauce. They don't know who they are, right? You got certain people out here in the water, like blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We out here, we lost. We're still following religion and white Jesus. And we just following the customs of America. We still just following all the white man's traditions, you know, manners, customs. A lot of our people are just lost in the sauce out here. Don't know who they are. Don't know what they supposed to be doing as a nation. They just lost. They are oblivious. You know what I'm saying? Well, to those certain brothers and sisters, you know, they did commit things worthy of stripes because they broke the commandments. And they should be beaten with few stripes. Even though they was lost, you know, they're going to be beaten, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be beaten with few stripes. You know what I'm saying? But what about a watchman that knew he wasn't lost? You know what I'm saying? He knew. It says, for to whomsoever much is given of him shall be much required. This is the ones who know, you know what I'm saying? So what if a one that know what's going on? Watch this, Luke 12:47. And the servant which knew the Lord's will, you know what I'm saying? Like the watchman. You know what I'm saying? He know his obligation. He know his duties. He know what he's supposed to be doing, right? The servant which knew the Lord's will and prepared himself and prepared not himself. He didn't warn the people. He didn't sound the alarm or nothing. Last but not least, he prepared not himself. Neither did according to the will. He shall be beaten with many stripes. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew as a watchman. You know what I'm saying? As a watchman. He's supposed to did what? He's supposed to give warning to the wicked. He's supposed to speak to warn the wicked and to save his life. So the wicked one died in his iniquity, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't do that. So yeah, as a watchman, man, you got a really greater obligation as a watchman, man. Because you're supposed to warn the wicked that he turned from his wickedness. You see the wicked, you see your people out here in this water. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to warn them, man.
Get out! Get out! Get out of there! Get out! Out of the water!
What the hell is that idiot doing?
Everybody out!
So you're supposed to warn them, man. You know what I'm saying? But when you don't warn them, right? You don't warn them. These are just gifts, right? You know what I'm saying? And you don't warn the people. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you. Let me see, can I, these are just gifts from Jaws, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know what's up, man. Y'all already know what's up, guys. You don't warn the people. Let's see.
Out with the blanket. You really need a blanket, huh? I don't need a blanket.
Okay, let's see. You see what I'm saying? Watch. See, that's what's going on. Cause as a watchman, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go back again, guys. I hope they don't take my video down for copyright claim. See, as a watchman, that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Get out! Everyone out! Out of the water! Get out of there!
See that, man? As a watchman, that's what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? So Luke 12 and 46, man. The Lord of that, well, Luke 12 and 40, yeah, Luke 12 and 47. The servant which knew the Lord will and prepared himself not, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. Yeah, because your obligation as a watchman is to really to be on your game, man. So you knew all this. You knew it was a shark in the water and you didn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. We are, to whom much is given, as much is required. That's all I can tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like in Matthew, let's look at Matthew 24:37. Matthew 24:37. Matthew 24:37. It says, but Matthew 24:37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So it takes you back in history what the people was doing before the flood came and took them. Matthew 24:38. For in the days of Noah, you know, there before the flood, they were eating, drinking, marrying, giving into marriage, until to that day that Noah entered into the ark. So basically, right here, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, right here. Let's go right. Yeah, let's see. Let me go back right here. You know, people was in the water having a good time. You see what I'm saying? And concerning Jaws. Just like in the days of Noah. Eating, drinking, marrying, giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered the ark. Matthew 24:39. And knew not until the flood came. Just like this, I'm just using this as a representation. Matthew 24:39. You know, they didn't know that Jaws were coming to get them. You know what I'm saying? They was in the water partying and knew not until Jaws came. Just like Matthew 24:39, knew not till the flood came and took them all away. See that? So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So, truth be told, man, Jaws is Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying? Jaws is Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I'm saying? Knew not until the flood came. They knew not until Jaws came. You see what I'm saying? They knew not until Jaws came and took them by surprise. You know, because they was in the water, they was partying and stuff. And they didn't know it, man. They knew not till Jaws came and Jaws took them by surprise, man. You see what I'm saying? They knew not. So as watchmen, we supposed to be telling you Jaws is in the water. Shark, get out the water. You see what I'm saying? Matthew 24:40. Then shall two be in the field, and one shall be taken and the other left. Just like it was two people in the water, you know, two people in the water out here swimming, and one was taken and the other was left. You seen that? I just showed you that clip, man. I just showed you right there, man.
I don't need a blanket.
See?
Hey, I get covered.
Look at that. That's Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? Coming to take them because they not paying attention, man. You know, ain't that's what it said in Matthew 24 and verse 40? Then shall two be in the field. One shall be taken and the other left. Like Jaws finna take one on, man.
We could do something else.
Watch this.
Well, here's your blanket.
Boom. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Matthew 24 and 40. Then two shall be in the field. The one shall be taken and the other left. Matthew 24 and 41. Two women shall be grinding at the mill. The one shall be taken and the other left. You know what I'm saying? Matthew 24 and 42. Watch therefore, for you know not what hour your Lord come. And they didn't know Jaws. They didn't know what hour Jaws were coming, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Yahweh Shai. They didn't know what hour Jaws were coming. They were just in the water having a good time. You know what I'm saying? And then Jaws came, knocked the boat over, man. You understand? What happened to him? What happened to the young man? So what I'm saying right there, man, watch therefore, for you know not what hour your Lord come. Cause we out here in the water, we in the boat, man. We don't know when your hour shot coming, just like Jaws. You understand? We out here, you know, we afloat right now, we in the boat, but we don't know, man, when the boat is going to be capsized. We don't know when this boat is going to be, you know what I'm saying? We don't know that. So that's why I'm saying, as a watchman, if a watchman warned us, we probably wouldn't even be out in the water. But then again, you got stubborn Israelites, even though they are warned by the watchman, they still take risks and they gamble. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to pull that out, you know, and we supposed to watch as well as pray, man. So yeah, guys, I don't want to take up any more time. I think this video is long enough. So yeah, man, that's what we supposed to be doing, you know what I'm saying, as watchmen. Supposed to be warning the people, you know, that they may turn. I think I'm trying to get all the meat out the bones, man. Trying to get all the meat out the bones. Yeah, let's go to, this is the last book, chapter and verse. Because remember we was talking about, I believe that was in Matthew. Remember we was talking about in Matthew, the, what was that? That was, no, was it Luke? I think it was in Luke chapter 12. We were talking about in Luke 12 verse 47. Luke 12, and remember we were talking about Luke 12 and verse 47? Luke 12 and 47. It says, and the servant which knew the Lord's will and prepared himself not, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. You know what I'm saying? And that's watchman. Let me go back to the other one. See that? So as watchmen, we supposed to be up in the tower. You know what I'm saying? Supposed to be up in that tower. Let me take it back. Let's see. As watchmen, we supposed to be up in the tower, but we know what's going on, but we ain't telling the people nothing. Okay, watch this. See, we know what's going on, but we ain't telling the people nothing. James 4:17. James 4:17. Therefore, to him that know to do good and he do it not, to him is sin. So he know to do good, you know what I'm saying, as a watchman. He know what he's supposed to be doing, but he ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be beat with many stripes. And also, that's you know, you're accountable for sin. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, please share this video with family and friends. Like I say, I hope it don't be snatched down for copyright claims. Solid Foundation Israelite Academy 2020. Once again, until next lesson, shalom.